It was good, y'all. Check this out. If you own any amount of Bitcoin, no matter if it's one Satoshi, one Bitcoin, or 10 plus Bitcoin, you are so blessed. So blessed. Like, I've been watching videos lately about, poverty, people, and, just these very troubling situations, and, like, where they just can't afford to even eat, right? Can't afford to eat, can't afford to make ends meet, and not just like the American way, right? Where we say, oh, I can't afford pizza or whatever, or I can't afford to pay my bills, but yet spend money on getting their hair done, buying new shoes like Jordans, or taking that trip, placing it on a credit card. That's luxury. If you have a credit card, if you have a credit card or even a bank account, that is luxury compared to many places in the world. So we are privileged in a way, right? And there's more people that are more privileged than others. People who, especially people who own assets. And we're privileged, and also we're blessed, to even have this education to own assets, or to even place our currency into things that grow over time, whether that be the stock market, real estate, or the best there is, Bitcoin. And so we are so blessed. So, and if you own Bitcoin, like I said, even if it's one Satoshi, that beats, that has more purchasing power, that one Satoshi, especially in the future. When Bitcoin goes to $1 million per coin, that one Satoshi was so much more purchasing power than the people who live in like Zimbabwe, where the currency is being like hyperinflation. Like, matter of fact, supermax, like a supermax facility in prison, it's a supermax hyperinflated currency. And so one Satoshi is great. So if you own one Satoshi, even, you're freaking in one of the richest in the world. Obviously, if you live in a country like America or Canada, or the UK, or even Mexico, places like that where you can you have a little bit more purchasing power than the rest of the world. France, more purchasing power than Zimbabwe, or places in India, or the rupee is kind of every place is debased, but some places are worse than others. Pakistan, places are their purchasing power doesn't get them far at all. And so if you own one Satoshi, or even 1,000 Satoshis, right? You are doing so well. So be blessed and be grateful for that, what you have. I know you live in maybe America or Canada or UK or wherever, like I said, and our purchasing power doesn't go anywhere for the costs of things like housing and food and all that. But we still are living a fabulous life, or still are living a life where we can, even do things, take vacations, right? If you have a passport, or a driver's license, or something like that, like, you are freaking blessed. If you have a credit card, you are blessed. If you own assets of any kind, you are blessed, especially Bitcoin. So you need to take that, enjoy that, put that into your mind, accept how blessed you are. And oh, watch this. I was waiting for it. It's supposed to be I just saw lightning, and thunder always follow lightning, but hasn't come yet. Is it 13 seconds after? I don't know, but yeah, you are so blessed. There we go. I was wrong with my math. It wasn't 30. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm talking so fast. Who knows? Or I'm not patient enough. But yeah, the thunder. But yeah, if you own assets, especially Bitcoin, you're blessed. If you own one Satoshi, you are blessed. So when people talk about, I don't have enough Bitcoin, you have no idea. 100,000 Satoshis, right? That's gonna make you. That's $100,000, in the future. I already have it in my mind that that's $100,000, but not just $100,000, of like currently, that's $100,000 of purchasing power in the future. So whatever $100,000 in Bitcoin price will give you, $100,000 in Bitcoin, or $100,000 of purchasing power in Bitcoin terms will give you much more purchasing power than $100,000 currently of what it will give you right now in fiat currencies. So if you own 100,000 sats, you are doing well off, right? If you own 100 sats, you're doing well off. If you have one sat, it may not be enough right now, but that will build, right? It may not be enough, or might not seem like enough, but according to a lot of people in the world, or what I've seen, even with my own eyes, traveling to India, spending time in Mexico too, but especially India, so poor, so damn poor, that people will love that one satoshi, right? People will like, man, they'll try to get that from you. So you are blessed. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned for more, because I'm gonna drop some bangers. Just kidding, but peace.